What are new folfs? That is something we're going to learn in this video right here, right now, today. What the hell are new folfs? New folfs are these weird, just out of the ordinary food item. They were invented by Patrick Henry, they so speak, and they were sold on shelves for 10 cents each. They all had this grayish color. They had the texture of a sponge. They looked like they were all just made out of fungus and mold. Yet they tasted like this beautifully sweet cake. It was a weird food item, but they were new and they were interesting. They tasted good and they were quite nutritious, so everyone kept eating them. They also had this weird slime to them. But the most disturbing part of the new folfs was the posters laid around for them. They were all the same poster. They all showed the folfs themselves, they showed the name, and a bit of text on the side that has no known language. It is unreadable by anybody, at least anybody on Earth. New folfs often had this weird side item with them. They already were weird enough, but, when you have this weird, fuzzy, fruity item that has no known origin, it's just a weird thing. And then, well, the new folf is in two different sections. They're only connected by a weird fungal structure, and nobody questioned it, oddly enough. Everyone just kept eating them and eating them. But sooner rather than later, people would learn that new folfs aren't the greatest for your health. Although they were very nutritious, they caused very hypnotic things to happen if consumed on a regular basis. They would cause hallucinations, and not fun ones. They would cause these psychedelic monsters to appear that had no known origin, and it it just drove people mad. And eventually, people learned that they had an addictive quality, but since everyone was already eating them, everyone just ignored that and kept eating, and eating, and eating. And I was one of the few people to make it out of the New Falls plague, you could say. New Falls would eventually start spreading all throughout of Europe and North America, and this is when the journey of New Falls took its downturn. People started to truly try to ban New Falls as a food item, and, well, it didn't work out very well in the beginning. Due to their low price and high nutrient compensation, they were very difficult to get rid of, but eventually people would get through and new folfs would eventually be banned, but they would be illegally made and brought over all around every country. It's been many years since I've seen a new folf, but I am sure they're still around. There are still people eating those disgusting fungus-filled cakes, or whatever the hell they're supposed to be. The mysteries around the new false is still largely unknown. It's the language that was used on the side was unknown, what was used to make them is unknown, what the slime is unknown, how it causes the hallucinations is unknown. It's all around a very confusing and largely enough disturbing food item that I hope one day will eventually cease to exist.